Hello, Maria here, and today I want to take some time to answer a few questions that I've been asked lately in regards to the guided meditations and regarding hypnosis. And one of the questions that I've received several times is what happens to the brain, what happens to your brain during hypnosis, and what happens to the body during hypnosis. And the way that I like to answer this question is the fact that we have two parts. We have the subconscious brain and we have the conscious brain. So for example, the subconscious brain is the brain that goes like an automatic pilot. Like for example, when you're driving to work or driving somewhere and you know where you're going, you kind of just all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and you go to work and you're like, how did I get here? You know, and the ride could be 30 minutes, but it seems like you close your eyes or, you know, like you were sleeping during your trip to work. And what happens is that your mind already knows, like your body has body memory. So you already know how to get to work. But if somebody cuts you off, you kind of like wake up, right? So it's not like you are asleep at the wheel, even though your body feels like it is. But as soon as somebody cuts you off, you automatically wake up or you automatically come conscious. And so that's the fact that during hypnosis, because it's awakened state, during hypnosis, you're not asleep. You know, and that's a misconception that people think that you're going to fall asleep during hypnosis. Some people do fall asleep, but that's not what hypnosis is for. You know, when you're trying to create change. And there are some guided meditations that I've done that is specifically to help you relax and stay in that state of being. So one of the parts that your brain has is the subconscious brain that I just explained and the conscious brain. So for example, like when you're taking out the garbage, right? So you are consciously taking the garbage bag out of the garbage can. You're creating a knot. So you're consciously doing that. What you're doing subconsciously, though, is you're walking to the garbage can, right? So your subconscious, you already know, your body knows that it needs to move your feet. So if let's say that you have like between the subconscious and the conscious brain, let's just say that there's like a curtain in between both your subconscious automatic pilot and your conscious mind per se. So during hypnosis, as I'm guiding you through the meditation or as I'm guiding you in hypnosis, if I've done hypnosis with you or if you have listened to any of my guided meditations, there is a curtain, let's say. So for example, I try to get you to relax. So because you're over there and I'm over here, you tend to be more vulnerable, right? Because you don't know me. I don't know you. I have no idea that you're listening to the meditation. So your defenses are low. So you will allow your body to go into a hypnotic trance. You will allow your subconscious to be able to be spoken to in a hypnosis type of way. So let's just do something here. So if you find this video thought-provoking, or if you find this video valuable to you, please give me a like, because that helps me. It's kind of like the whole circle thing, you know, I give, I receive, you give, you receive. So the way that you can give to me, back to me, is by giving me a like. Okay, and that I appreciate. So let's continue. So the more relaxed you are during the guided meditation and the more you're following my voice, okay, the more relaxed you seem, okay, the more relaxed you get as I am guiding you through meditation, okay, or hypnosis, whatever we're doing together. So when you're in a vulnerable state of being, you cannot, just like you can't tickle yourself, you cannot hide from yourself, and you can't bullshit yourself. You just can't. Okay? You can hide from other people, you can bullshit other people, but you are the one person that you can't bullshit or hide from. Okay? So let's take this a little bit deeper. So I'm going to say, let's just take what I just said. I said that you can't bullshit yourself and that you can't hide from yourself. So what I want you to say aloud or in your brain is, I can't hide from myself, and I can't bullshit myself. So I want you to repeat that to yourself with the I can't hide from myself and I can't bullshit myself. Okay? So now what I want you to do is, let's create a little shift here, okay? Right here and right now. What I want you to do is I want you to repeat the same sentence, but instead of saying I can't, I want you to say I won't. I won't hide from myself, and I won't bullshit myself. So right then and there, with just a switch of a word, there's a shift within, okay? There's that little shift. So now that we have created this little shift, let's think back in the last minute or two as you were listening to me. How was your attention span? Were you hyper-focused on what I was telling you? Or were you out there somewhere floating? Right? So most likely you experienced a sort of trance, because that's what hypnosis is. Hypnosis is an intense concentration. You're just concentrating intently. So one of the things that hypnosis does, it helps you become more hyper-focused, so it makes your attention more sharp. And it also helps you improve your mind and your body connection, especially if you listen to my guided meditations, because I do the mind, body, and soul connection. So that's one of the things that happens during hypnosis, is you're very hyper-focused and your mind and body connection increases. Another question that I get in regards to hypnosis is hypnosis bad for you? Or hypnosis bad for your brain? And you just experienced it, right? So you just experienced this hyper-focus as you were listening to me just a few minutes ago. Was that bad? Right? Chances are no, right? So it's not bad for you. So if you're driving to work and you're just kind of like check out and you're just in an intense hyper-focus mode, because you're always aware, is that bad for you? No, your mind is resting. Your mind knows when it needs to rest. Your body knows when it needs to rest. It just does. It knows. It has that intelligence inside. And so what happens is, when you don't pay attention to your mind and you don't pay attention to your brain, to your body when it needs to rest, you're going to get ill. You're going to get anxiety. You're going to get depression. You're going to feel ill, like your body's not going to feel right when you're not listening. One of the things too that hypnosis does is that it really, really improves your intuition. It improves you and your intuition's relationship. You start to listen to yourself better. You listen to your body, you listen to your mind, and you listen to your intuition. It's beautiful. So are you aware during hypnosis? That's another question I receive. Yes, you're always aware during hypnosis. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that make people bark, and there's a show and this and that. And I don't know what that is, but that is not the Ericksonian hypnosis that I use. And that's not what I do hypnosis for. Okay. Are there any negative effects during hypnosis? One of the things that I've experienced myself and I've seen with my clients is that they're sleepy. They tend to sleep. And I like to do hypnosis during the day, or if I do hypnosis in the evening, I make sure that my client is fully awake before they leave my office, because it does cause a little sleepiness. Another thing that hypnosis does that I've seen and I've experienced and witnessed myself is just like energy work. When you wake up from hypnosis, you tend to be very thirsty. Don't know what's happening in the body at that time, other than there's a lot of cells moving, your brain chemistry is improving as well. It's bright, studies have shown that your brain just goes like brighter. So those are the things that, those are the most commonly questions that I receive. And so that's it. That's what I have for you this week, this Friday. And if you have any questions, leave the comments below. Once again, subscribe if you haven't done so. And give me a like, because that helps me improve and it helps this channel. Okay? Thank you so much. And please continue to shine your light brightly so others can see and heal from your light. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for the like. And namaste.